Dear friends, I want to talk about the monument that I like. It is the Kudumian Malai temple near Pudukkottai in Tamilnadu. The Kuduminathar or Shikanatha Shiva temple is the most famous one now there. It's a magnificent temple with the continuity of history starting from early Pandyas, Pallavas, Chola, Nayak kings, and finally the Tondaman king. The older temple is a rock-cut temple called Malai Koil now, belonging to early Pandya period. But what is most fascinating for me is the musical inscriptions tucked away in a corner. These musical inscriptions are dear to me as it is all about topics of my passion. It's about music, it is historical, and it has some mystery around still. What else could be more interesting? Let's understand the significance. These are the first musical inscriptions found in India. We have a challenge in reconstructing music from the past, but we are fortunate music has been notated written down here. And most importantly, for the first time, the short forms of the 7 notes Sarigama Padani are used in a notation. To me, these musical inscriptions are as significant as Ashoka's edicts or Hathi Gumpa inscriptions. This inscription was first discovered by H. Krishna Sastri in 1904. The inscription itself is of huge size, 13 feet by 14 feet, has 7 sections, with each section consisting of 64 swaras grouped as 4 notes. The musical notes are inscribed in specific order with heading like Madhyama Grame, Chatush Prahara, Swaragamaha, etc. For example, Madhyama Grama is the name of one of the grama, the precursor to what we call raga today. The 7 gramas are mentioned starting from Bharata Muni's Nati Shastra. These inscriptions show the continuity of the musical tradition. Another interesting aspect is the usage of the dot either above the note or as a subscript to indicate the octave. This practice is used even in today's system of notation. Now let's come to the mysteries. The first is who is the king. There are clues in the inscription itself. At the end are 2 colophons, one in Sanskrit and one in Tamil. The Sanskrit one reads Rudracharya Sishyena Parama Maheshwarena Ragya Sishya Hitartha Krita Swaragama. Text of notes made for the benefit of disciples by the king, who is devotee of Supreme Lord Shiva and a disciple of Rudracharya. And the Tamil one reads Ettirkum Edirkum Ivai Uriya, which translates as these are appropriate for 8 or 7. Who is the musically inclined king? Going by the language used, Pallava Grantha, and style that matches with inscriptions at Trichy Rockfort Cave Temple, it has been identified as Mahendravarman. That's the view of Dr. A.C. Meenakshi, Richard Vidas, and many others. But there is a counter view of attributing to Pandyan king Varaguna Varman. It's well known that Mahendravarman is supposed to have created Sankirna Jati in Tala as well as a veena called Parivadini. Interestingly, there is an inscription Parivadinida inside the Kudumian Malai cave temple, but why is it inscribed in another place, not on this inscription? The second one is the Guru Rudracharya mentioned here. We are not sure who is this really. Then comes the most interesting cryptic portion in Tamil, Ettirkum Edirkum Ivai Uriya. There is a theory that Mahendravarman first tried these notes on a 7-stringed veena Parivadini. He was not satisfied and then succeeded finally with an 8-stringed instrument. Vedas suggest that it could be related to rhythmic structure of being sung in 7 or 8. There is another view that Mahendravarman invented an 8th grama scale that same notes could be sung. But why was this written in Tamil? Dr. S. Ramanathan says 8 could refer to the 8 karanams described in Silapadiharam with respect to Yag. Probably this signifies interaction between the Tamil music system and the Desi system. So we have the mystery about the king. We don't know who is the guru, and we don't know for sure the meaning of cryptic 8 and 7. That brings to the end of introduction to the musical inscriptions of Kudumian Malai. What a fascinating treasure to be cherished that has music, history, and unsolved mystery around. Hope you visit and enjoy.